Welcome back, YouTube. We tuned into another video, and today we got some more dope content coming, so don't go nowhere because we're gonna be right back. So today, you guys, we got ICE busting dark web dealers, over 270 arrests and millions in digital currency seized. So let's check this out, you guys.
In other news tonight, millions of dollars in drugs seized from a Long Island home. Take a look here. Now a Holbrook couple are accused of being major drug traffickers. News 12's crime reporter Krista McNally was in court as the suspects faced a judge.
144 kilograms of pure fentanyl, enough to kill 72 million Americans, being sold like candy on the dark web until ICE shut it down. In the most massive darknet bust ever recorded, 270 international dealers thought they could hide behind encrypted networks while poisoning communities with lethal drugs. But ICE and Europol had other plans. The numbers seemed impossible at first. Dark web drug sales hitting $315 million annually, more revenue than many Fortune 500 companies generate. Fentanyl dealers operating with a staggering 99.8% anonymity rate, and perhaps most disturbing, 0 successful prosecutions for 3 years running. This wasn't a failure of will. It was a failure of tools.
I'm about to say, y'all, because it's all online, it's harder to bust people because they can do VPNs and things like that and just retrace their steps and not get found out. So it's interesting how they were able to bust all these dealers like this.
Law enforcement found themselves fighting ghosts, digital phantoms who appeared, sold their poison, and vanished without a trace. The explanations seemed logical enough. It's just tech-savvy street dealers, some experts claimed. Probably small-scale operations hiding behind VPNs, others suggested. Law enforcement will adapt like they always do, became the standard reassurance. But these weren't street dealers with a website. They weren't even organized crime with better tech. What was emerging was something entirely new, a digital cartel that operated by different rules with unprecedented reach. Traditional drug busts continued. Police raided houses, seized shipments at ports, and arrested corner dealers. The system was working as designed, except it wasn't, because the real action had moved beyond physical space into a digital realm where conventional tactics meant nothing. As investigators dug deeper, they uncovered an architecture of crime unlike anything they'd seen before. Military-grade encryption protecting criminal communications, international money laundering through multiple cryptocurrencies, making transactions virtually untraceable, sophisticated supply chains spanning 4 continents with no single point of failure. Most shocking of all, professional customer service and quality guarantees, drug dealers with return policies and satisfaction ratings. This wasn't.
They got the quality check on the drugs. They said if you don't like the drugs, we will send them back. We will take them back. Don't even worry about it. We will take the drugs back. Just ship them back to us. That is crazy, y'all. So we got. Just imagine what's going on in our mail systems right now that we don't know about. It's crazy. Should they just make the drugs legal, or should they keep being illegal and they keep doing what's going on? Because this is ruining a lot of families' lives, but they choose to do the drugs. So it's like. It's the whole runaround.
Just crime. It was crime reimagined as e-commerce. A drug dealer in Berlin could order bulk fentanyl online, pay with untraceable cryptocurrency, and have it delivered through legitimate shipping channels within days. He never met his supplier, never exchanged physical currency, never risked traditional exposure.
If you pay with Bitcoin, right? Is that untraceable? Isn't Bitcoin untraceable? So you can damn near do transactions and not even get caught. So I could see how tough it was for the ICE to have done this arrest they have done on multiple people, I guess. He had 270 arrests. So, and millions in digital currency seized. So I wonder what that looks like.
What federal agents were facing wasn't just online drug dealing. It was a complete digital reconstruction of the international narcotics trade, invisible to traditional law enforcement and operating at industrial scale.
They got
The
drug
digital
stocks.
cartel had done what seemed impossible. They'd taken the entire drug supply chain, from production to distribution to sales, and rebuilt it in a virtual space where badges and guns and decades of law enforcement expertise suddenly meant nothing. As Operation Raptor took shape, investigators mapped out the true drivers of this invisible empire. At the source, Chinese chemical suppliers manufacturing precursors and pure fentanyl under the guise of legitimate pharmaceutical research. Their products shipped through commercial channels, mislabeled as everything from industrial chemicals to beauty products.
I wonder what Trump thinks about all this, because he had ICE working on it, on seizing all this, but a lot of it's coming from legal people, just not in this country, all over different countries. So I wonder how you could even fight a situation like that.
Distribution backbone. Mexican cartels providing existing smuggling routes and logistical expertise,
That's why I say just
moving
let the
product
drugs be
across
legal.
borders with practiced efficiency. The technical infrastructure, European tech experts, many formerly legitimate IT professionals, building platforms with unbreakable encryption and anonymity features that kept users completely hidden. The final mile.
So they had IT coders literally go in, code certain things up so that the sites would be untraceable. And these are people that know how to code, do IT work, all that. So this is interesting.
American dealers handling local distribution, receiving product through ordinary mail services, and coordinating pickups through encrypted messaging apps. It was an unholy alliance
Wow.
of specialized skills, manufacturing expertise, smuggling infrastructure, technical brilliance, and street-level distribution, all connected not through traditional criminal hierarchies, but through digital platforms designed for maximum anonymity. At its height, the system operated with frightening efficiency.
You could buy anything you want
$200
on there.
million
It gets-
in untraceable cryptocurrency flowing monthly between continents.
Shit,
Customer
I need me some
reviews and quality
Adderall.
ratings that would make Amazon jealous. 24/7 customer support in multiple languages. Guaranteed delivery or money-back policies.
Some Kush.
Dead drops
money?
coordinated through encrypted
I don't even
apps
know what
that
that little
deleted
thing
all evidence seconds. Dead drops coordinated.
A boo bag. Whatever that means. You could buy money, credit cards.
Through encrypted apps that deleted
I
all
think that was Xanax, wasn't it?
policies. Dead drops coordinated through encrypted apps.
Yep, Alprazolam. You can buy anything you want on the dark web right now. Still right now. Just because they caught these people don't mean that the other ones ain't hustling and bustling and getting back on the site.
That deleted all evidence seconds after being read.
I don't promote none of
One
this,
platform called White Shadow Market processed over 8,000 fentanyl transactions daily at its peak. Users rated dealers with 5-star systems. Top sellers earned special status and preferred placement. The platform even offered escrow services to ensure buyers received products before funds were released. This wasn't just criminal innovation, it was criminal revolution, taking everything
See, the whole world has to get on the same page, right? Because we got it cool over there and wherever it's at to make fentanyl and for people to be prescribed it. And you could be prescribed fentanyl in this country. I've heard of people being prescribed patches and things like that. But it's easier to get in certain countries. So I don't understand why the whole world don't just get on the same page about these drugs and we can really solve them overnight instead of doing this war on drugs that's constantly just bringing back the same problems. The war on drugs have won the war on drugs. So it needs to be stopped. The war on drugs ain't doing nothing but putting innocent families out.
Commerce had learned about customer satisfaction and applying it to the deadliest drug epidemic in American history. Progress seemed possible as awareness grew. International task forces formed, bringing together agencies from 27 countries. New cryptocurrency tracking technology began untangling the financial web. Darknet platforms were identified and mapped. Individual arrests started making headlines. For the first time, it seemed like law enforcement was catching up to the digital evolution of drug trafficking. Technical teams at ICE developed new methods to trace cryptocurrency transactions. Europol established dedicated darknet units. The machinery of justice was adapting, evolving, learning. But then came the sobering reality. For every platform shut down, 3 new ones emerged. Arrests only removed low-level operators, easily replaced within days. Criminal networks adapted faster than law enforcement protocols could be updated, and the human cost kept mounting. Fentanyl deaths spiked to record levels across multiple countries. In America alone, over 70,000 people died from synthetic opioid overdoses in a single year, more than car accidents and gun violence combined. The digital cartel had created something that seemed unstoppable, a hydra that grew stronger with every head cut off. Traditional victories seemed hollow as the online trade adapted and expanded beyond each enforcement action. Then came the turning point, Operation Raptor, a coordinated strike involving ICE, Europol, and law enforcement from 21 countries. The largest darknet enforcement action in history. In a synchronized global operation spanning 3 continents, teams executed search warrants on the homes of platform administrators, seized servers in 6 countries, and arrested high-level operators who thought their technical sophistication made them untouchable.
That's really the only way of doing it is getting people to buy the products off the dark web and arresting them at the source. Because they probably do got the tools to go past all these VPNs and all that. But who knows, bro? What do y'all think? Do y'all think they got the tools to go past all these VPNs and still be able to track them down? Because they got 270 people. And this came out of nowhere. Like, we didn't even know ICE was working on this. Which we wouldn't know. But what do y'all think, bro, about all this?
The results were immediate and devastating to the digital cartel. Criminal overconfidence shattered as supposedly anonymous administrators found federal agents at their doorsteps. Law enforcement digital capabilities proven effective against the most sophisticated encryption. International cooperation mechanisms established new precedents for cross-border operations. Most importantly, technology turned from shield to weapon. The same digital tools that had protected criminal networks became the means of their unraveling. What emerged from Operation Raptor.
Look, now they got all these coders scrambling, trying to be in a hack war with the police so they don't get caught. Because these are IT people, y'all. These are people that never thought they would have ever gotten in any trouble with the law or anything like that. So they now have to go to war with the law digitally, and they don't even know why. Or they know why, but they don't even know how it's going to play out.
Changed the game permanently. ICE's cyber capabilities revealed themselves as world-class, able to penetrate networks previously thought impenetrable. International coordination reached unprecedented levels, with real-time intelligence sharing across borders. Digital forensics became the primary investigation tool, more powerful than informants or surveillance. Criminal networks found themselves forced into less secure communications as their platforms fell. The narrative had shifted. The invincible digital cartel suddenly looked vulnerable. The untraceable became traced. The anonymous became named. The untouchable faced justice. Today's reality reflects this transformation. The dark web no longer provides criminal sanctuary, as federal agencies maintain persistent presence in spaces once considered beyond reach. Cryptocurrency transactions, once the ultimate tool for anonymity, now create permanent traceable records that federal investigators have learned to decode. International law enforcement shares real-time intelligence on emerging threats through platforms established during Operation Raptor. Future criminal networks must operate with constant fear of digital exposure, never knowing when their secure communications are already being monitored. The digital cartel empire that seemed unstoppable proved that no technology can outsmart dedicated federal agents with the right tools and global cooperation. ICE and Europol empire that seemed unstoppable proved that no technology can outsmart dedicated federal agents with the right tools and global cooperation. ICE and Europol didn't just win a battle, they rewrote the rules of digital warfare. The operation seized 144 kilograms of fentanyl, enough to kill 72 million people. It recovered $33 million in cryptocurrency.
I don't know what y'all are thinking about, what I'm thinking about, but this shows you that ICE got technology that we don't even got right now. They got technology out the wazoo. If they can get past all these encryptions and all this, I don't know if y'all know anything about coding, but some of these IT people know what the fuck they doing. And the fact that they can get past this, all these firewalls and all this whatever the fuck, because I don't know anything about it. But I know my dad was an IT man, and I know that IT, you can do coding and all that. That's what ChatGPT and all that is. All that's coding. So if you can do all that, you can create websites. You can keep the website safe from hackers and all this. But you're basically a hacker if you know the right knowledge. But ICE is showing us that they got better technology. I don't know if they just caught somebody slipping at the wrong time or what, but it seems like they got better technology.
And cash. It shut down 9 major darknet marketplaces and arrested 270 dealers across 21 countries. But the real victory was more profound. It was proof that even as crime evolves into digital spaces, justice evolves with it. That no matter how sophisticated the encryption or how anonymous the platform, the reach of law enforcement extends into every corner of the internet. The dark web just learned what criminals throughout history eventually discover. American justice has no boundaries, physical or digital. And those who poison our communities will face consequences, no matter how well they think they're hidden. For the digital cartel, the darkness wasn't the shield they thought it was. It was simply the background against which federal agents shined their light.
So there it is, y'all. ICE has officially caught a bunch of people up and some bullshit because they were on the dark web selling drugs. I don't know how y'all feel about that. If y'all think it's good that the people should be arrested, or y'all think that they're just low level, they're just trying to make money for their families, or if they're just a huge organization that needs to be shut down, even though they got huge organizations that are doing just as bad, like McDonald's that's killing people annually and things like that. So it's like, how do y'all feel about it? Leave it down in the comments, let me know. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. Until next time, peace out, y'all. It's Lil J. Peace.